Some lucky Americans were able to get a glimpse of the northern lights this morning. States as far south as Nebraska, Iowa, and parts of Illinois could see the lights this morning because of a pretty impressive geomagnetic storm.
Yeah, and storm chaser Evan Ludis captured an incredible display of the northern lights in Rapid City, South Dakota. As the dancing lights, they're even able to be seen with the naked eye just as long as you're outside of the light pollution from the city.
And Evan joins us live now. Evan, can you walk us through the moment that you captured these? Had you captured it before? Is it a bucket list thing? I'm trying to disguise my envy as we take a look at some of those shots.
Yeah, it's definitely a bucket list item for a lot of people. This was probably my fourth or fifth time this year shooting the Northern Lights. People don't realize that it actually happens a little more frequently than they might think, but we're entering the peak of a solar cycle right now, so there should be a lot more opportunities moving forward. If people didn't catch last night's display, I think there's another chance Thursday night, and we should have some more chances even in the next 12 months or so. So it was a really beautiful display last night. Again, you could see it with the naked eye. You can see those pillars start dancing across the sky, and it's a really amazing sight to behold once you get out of the city lights.
Yeah, and Evan, we know that there's going to be a couple more chances this week, maybe not quite as impressive as what you already had a chance to see. Do you plan on getting out there again and trying to capture the dancing lights?
I'm going to try to, ideally if it occurs on a Friday night instead of Thursday night, but we'll see. My wife and I actually had twins just a few months ago, so we've had some sleepless nights of our own, but I figure if I'm going to be sleepless, I might as well be out taking photos of some amazing natural phenomenon. So if there's a chance, I'll probably be out.
Yeah, congratulations to you both. If you're going to be trading hours of sleep for anything, this seems like a pretty good selection. How closely are you monitoring the actual weather, what's happening closer to the ground when you're planning to go out and shoot? I had gone, my wife and I, this is a bucket list item for me. I haven't seen them. We went to Iceland to see this, and it was overcast. We didn't get to check it out. So how closely are you watching the forecast to see if everything, including the visibility and the cloud cover, will come together to capture what you did?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously a lot of factors that have to come together. First, you have to have a CME from the sun that's actually pointed at the Earth. Then the Earth's magnetic field has to cooperate. And then lastly, like you said, at ground level, you have to not be underneath clouds. So I'm usually checking the forecast a few days out just to see if there's even a chance. Typically, if I see that the night that the CME is supposed to arrive has any rain or clouds, I might kind of write it off, but I will check it still that evening just because you never know. Sometimes the weather is really crazy in the Black Hills here, and the clouds will break up at the last minute, and you'll actually have a shot. So you kind of have to look a few days out, and then the night of where it's supposed to be happening, you got to check the forecast, and then you got to walk outside to actually look at the sky yourself to see what the conditions are.
Exactly. And Evan, I feel like our iPhones never quite do stunning shots justice. So what kind of camera did you use to capture that?
Sure. So I actually used a Canon 6D. It's equipped with a 50-millimeter lens. It's a really, they call it a fast lens because it gathers light really efficiently. And that basically helps you almost see in the dark. So you can see the aurora with the naked eye, okay. You can capture it with your iPhone if you use a long exposure on your iPhone. But really the best way to do it is a DSLR on a good sturdy tripod. Again, we had like 30-mile-an-hour winds last night, so that was also really important to get those stable shots. But I used my trusty old Canon 6D here. It's still clicking away. It's probably got a couple 100,000 frames on it, but it does the job to capture them. So.
Well, congratulations once again to you and your wife on the twins, and well done with these fantastic shots. A storm chaser, Evan Ludis, thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.